Hi guys, it's Willem. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make my amazing Snickers brownies. These brownies are so decadent. You have a very dark, thick and amazing chocolate base. I'm going to put on top of it, of course, some peanut butter nougat, as in Snickers. I'm also going to add some peanuts and then some caramel and ganache. These brownies are over the top, so let's start with the chocolate base. So for my chocolate brownies, I'm going to first of all melt my chocolate and some butter. I'm using, of course, some unsalted butter, and I'm using some very dark and good quality chocolate. So our chocolate and butter are melted, so perfect. We can now take care of the dry ingredients, and I'm going to use, of course, some all-purpose flour, to which I'm going to add some cocoa powder and just a touch of baking powder and salt, and I'm going to mix that well. Perfect, we can now move on to the eggs, and I'm going to use 3 large eggs that I'm going to beat very quickly on high speed with some white sugar and a whisk until I have a very nice and fluffy consistency. This will approximately take 2 to 3 minutes. Great, now I'm going to add the melted chocolate and mix again. Now I'm going to sift my dry ingredients because cocoa powder tends to have lumps and our cake batter is pretty runny because it's brownies. And then I'm going to give it a final mix. So as you can see, I'm using a square pan and I buttered it and put on some parchment paper so that the brownies don't stick and we can take them out easily. And I'm going to pour my batter and then bake my brownies in my preheated oven at 160 degrees Celsius. That's 320 in Fahrenheit, and I'm going to bake them for exactly 20 minutes. And then I will take them out and leave them to cool completely at room temperature. So while my brownies are cooling at room temperature, we can now make the caramel, and I'm going to first of all melt my sugar with some water, and this will take about 5 minutes until I have a very dark and caramelly color. Perfect, so my sugar is melted and looking fabulous. I'm going to add now the butter and I'm going to mix it well. Don't worry if the butter starts to separate from the sugar, it's normal and it's going to look perfect once we add the cream, but keep on stirring. My butter is melted, so now I'm going to add the cream and mix one last time. I'm using here some heavy cream. You can definitely use some whipping cream or whatever you want, as long as it's full fat. My caramel is looking perfect, so now we can add the flavors. I'm going to first of all add some vanilla extract, always even in caramel, and then I will add a very nice pinch of salt. So now that the brownies are cooling and the caramel is also cooling at room temperature, we can make the nougat. And I'm going to use the Marshmallow Fluff. Very weird, I know, but it's the easiest way to do it. And I'm going to mix my Marshmallow Fluff with some peanut butter, and this will take a few seconds, that's it. Once your peanut butter mix is looking perfect and sticky, you can now spread it on top of your brownies that are now completely cooled. And as you can see, even though it's sticky, it's quite easy to work with. Perfect, now I'm going to add some peanuts. I do like to use some salted peanuts for this recipe. It goes well with the sweetness of the brownies. And then I will add the caramel and let my brownies set completely in the fridge or in the freezer for about 30 to 40 minutes or until it's very solid, and we can then add the ganache. My caramel is set and it's time to pour on the ganache and it will be amazing. I already made the ganache, just melting some chocolate with some heavy cream. You can definitely find the list of ingredients under this video if you want to make it anyway. And I'm going to let it run on top of my brownies. Once that everything is set and chilled, you can cut your brownies. And as you can see, it's very easy to just unmold your brownies using the parchment paper. And I'm heating my knife on top of my stove just to make it easier to cut my brownies. My brownies are done and as you can see they look flipping amazing. You have to try them out. They taste like heaven on a plate. If you love chocolate, caramel and peanut butter, this is the dream for you. So please make this recipe. You can find the entire list of ingredients in the description box down below this video, so just write down there, as well as the social media where to follow me: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and Snapchat. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It really means a lot and it helps me grow on YouTube. And I will see you next time for another amazing recipe. Bye!